Very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome back in a series of lectures, building, planning, and design. In last lecture, we have started unit number 4. Okay. Uh, in that, we have seen regarding the uh, municipal building permission drawing. Okay. Then after that, what is in by commencement certificate, how to obtain the building permission. Then after that, how to obtain the plinth completion certificate as well as partial or full completion certificate of the building or structure. Okay. After obtaining the completion certificate, we have to go for the uh, uh, obtaining the occupancy certificate. Okay, means after completion of the construction work, uh, before 30 days you have to made one application to the municipal commissioner or whatever local authority is there. To them you have to do an application in a prescribed form. Okay. uh, Regarding uh, to intimating for getting occupancy certificate. Okay, so now we will discuss what is the occupancy certificate, what is the importance of that occupancy certificate, and then after that how to obtain that occupancy certificate and what documents are required to get the occupancy certificate. Okay, so here firstly we will discuss about uh, what is mean by the occupancy certificate. Okay, occupancy certificate authorize customers to stay in the property. Okay, means this is the proof, or we can say valid proof. Okay, uh, whoever owner is there, or suppose that owner want to provide that structure on a lease basis to someone. Okay, then the to stay them, this is the authorized proof. Okay, it is issued by the metropolitan authorities after all other related supporting documents stating that requirements such as building standards, fire and elevator safety norms, drainage, and so on are in place. Means here, whatever occupancy certificate is there, which is issued by the local authority, or we can say metropolitan city, means where our site is there, it depends on that. Means our site comes in which region or in which corporation or in which municipalities or metropolitan city. Okay, according to that, whatever authority is there, okay, they will issue us the occupancy certificate uh, after doing the application with the required documents. Okay, so here, uh, for generally residential building, it is not required to uh, go for the obtaining the NOC from the fire department or any other departments. Okay, maybe railway department, airport department, or aviation department. Okay, but whenever we are doing government work or whatever government structures are there, whenever you are going to construct it or build it, okay, then in that case you have to obtain the various NOCs from various department as per the requirement. Okay, then importance of occupancy certificate. If a building does not have an occupancy certificate, OC is nothing but the occupancy certificate, it means that the building may not comply with the mandatory regulations and may not have been built as per the sanctioned plan. Okay, here if you don't have the occupancy certificate, then it is a clear thing that whatever you constructed, okay, the building or structure, for that you have not uh, followed the rules and regulations. Okay, whatever mandatory rules and regulations are here, these
झाले का?
these okay, here if you don't have the occupancy certificate, it means at the time of construction of the building or structure, you have not followed the rules and regulation, or whatever approved plan is there, as per the approved plan you have not done the construction work. Okay. uh, and if you don't have the occupancy certificate, or if you have not considered the rules and regulations and you have constructed, or some deviation is there in the constructed structure, or in constructed structure, and whatever approved plan is there, okay, then such buildings can be considered as unauthorized structures or building. Okay. So such buildings are not considered to be ready for inhabitation and can be considered as an unauthorized structure that has to be demolished. Means whatever the authority is there, that authority can take action at any time on such a buildings. Those buildings are constructed unauthorizedly. Okay, then the authority will take action on such buildings. Okay. Maybe sometimes by paying the deviation fees and all those things you can obtain the occupancy certificate, but uh, if you have not taken any kind of permission from the local authority, then such type of buildings can be demolished. Okay. So for that purpose, occupancy certificate is important. Okay. According to Indian law, it is illegal to occupy a building with an OC due to the following reason. Okay, the building may be technically unsafe for occupation because of quality of construction, electrical and fire safety, safety of stairs and lifts, etc. Okay, if you don't have the occupation certificate, occupancy certificate, then whatever building is constructed, we can say technically it is unsafe for the occupation purpose, because of whatever grade of concrete, type of material are mentioned in the agreement. According to that, construction work was not done. Okay. As well as whatever basic standards are there related to the safety. Okay, and those basics also not followed at the time of construction of the such buildings is to be considered. Okay. So we can say such kind of buildings or structures are uh, uh, unsafe for the living purpose, or for doing any work, or to performing any function in such a buildings. Okay. The building may not adhere to approved plan and may have unauthorized extensions, walls and floors. Okay, means you have taken approval for the building plan and all those things, but at the time of actual construction, whatever walls are there, means maybe unauthorizedly you have extended the floor space as well as the walls, or floors, number of floors also. Okay. Then in that case you will not get the occupancy certificate, or is there any more deviation, then also they are not going to issue the occupancy certificate. Okay. If a little bit deviation is there, then they can consider the things and they will charge the fine, and after paying the fine you will get the occupancy certificate. In case of any mishap accident, occupants of the building cannot hold anyone liable and they may not eligible for insurance claims. Okay. If you are living in unauthorized building, okay, means don't have occupancy certificate for that building. Okay. And in case any accident happens, uh, any loss will be there, or any injury will be there. Okay. In that event, then whatever insurance claims are there, for that you will not be eligible. Okay. For that occupancy certificate is a very important document. Okay. For getting the insurance claim and all those things also. The connection for utilities such as water, electricity, and drainage can be discontinued anytime, and the building may be demolished. Means whatever basic utilities are there in that electricity, drainage, and water supply. Okay, those things, supply of those things can be discontinued at any time, okay, by the local authority. Okay, and whatever building is there, that building or structure will get demolished if you don't have the occupancy certificate. Okay, so these are the important things regarding occupancy certificate. Okay, then next thing is there, how to obtain the occupancy certificate. Okay, here, after construction of a building is completed, the builder or the buyer has to submit an occupancy certificate application form to the concerned municipal or local development authority. The application form for obtaining occupancy certificate should be submitted within 30 days of completing the construction. Means here, for obtaining the occupancy certificate, firstly you have to go for the uh, application form. Okay, you have to submit the application form into the municipal corporation or into the office. Okay, uh, and that application should be submitted within 30 days of the completion of the construction work. Okay, in a prescribed format, and you have to attach the required documents also along with that application form. uh, so here, what things are required, or what documents are required for obtaining the occupancy certificate are enlisted here. Okay, along with the application, the following documents should be submitted for processing the application. In that, first one is the commencement certificate. Okay, that commencement certificate you will get, it will issue, sorry, you will get before the construction of the work, before start the construction of the work. Okay, means at the time of building permission, at that time only you will get the commencement certificate. That copy of that commencement certificate you have to attach with the application form. Then after that, completion certificate, maybe in that plinth completion certificate. Then after that, partially completion certificate or full completion certificate. Okay, uh, then after that, build plan along with elevation, site, and section plan. Means whatever plan is approved by the local authority. Okay, a copy of that plan, means whatever municipal building permission drawing is there, copy of that plan also you have to attach along with the application form. As well as, if it is required, the no objection certificates from the various departments, such as fire department, then after that safety department, then aviation department, railway department, and so on. Okay, so you have, firstly you have to obtain the no objection certificates from the required, from the various departments as per the requirement, and you have to attach it. Then also you have to submit the area calculation sheet of a floor signed by an architect. Okay, means uh, uh, to check the whatever construction is done, whether it is as per the approved plan or not. Means you are going to attach the approved plan copy, and then after that, after construction of the building, at what at which floor, how much floor area you have covered. Okay, for that also you have to uh, 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 provide one sheet. Okay, related to the area calculation. Then after that, tax assessment with tax paid receipt. Means whatever types of taxes are there, whether you have paid all the taxes or not. If you have paid taxes, then whatever receipts are there you have to attach with the application form. Then after that, photographs of completed building. Okay, means whatever in that, maybe at each floors, uh, photographs you have to catch or capture it, and you have to submit it along with the application form. Then after that, uh, here in that particular locality, if they have done the if they have uh, uh, done if they have mandatory uh, about the rainwater harvesting plan and all those things, then you what whether you have implemented that rainwater harvesting plan in your building or structure. To check that, you have to submit some photographs of the rainwater harvesting and solar panels also. Okay. uh, for green evaluation and all those things. Okay. Then after that, a copy of the sanctioned plan. Earlier I told you. Okay. So these documents are required along with the duly filled application form. Okay. After providing or after submitting the application form and uh, required documents to the local authority or to the office, municipal office, then they will verify it, check it, and after satisfaction, they will provide us the commencement certificate. Here, the authorities will then conduct a physical inspection of the building and will evaluate the building is constructed according to the approved plan and then issue the certificate. If there are deviation up to 5% from the approved plan, a fine will be levied based on the extent of the deviation. The occupancy certificate will be issued after fee is paid. Okay. Then next thing is there, who can apply for occupation certificate. Here, although the builder is required to obtain an occupancy certificate, but the flat owner can also apply for an occupancy certificate. Here, one example is given related to the flat system. Okay. But if we are going to consider the detached building, okay, detached residential building, in that case, whatever engineer, structural engineer, or whatever engineer is there, he can also apply for getting the occupation certificate, as well as who is the owner of that building or structure. That owner also can apply for obtaining the occupancy certificate. Okay. uh, if the flat owner has already occupied the flat with occupation certificate, they can approach the local corporation or municipalities and apply for it. If the building has been constructed as per the approved plans and standards, and if completion certificate is already acquired, then occupancy certificate can be acquired in 30 days. Okay. If you have completion certificate already, then within the 30 days, that occupancy certificate will be issued to you after doing the after submitting the application along with the required document. Okay. However, the occupation certificate can be can maybe can may not be issued to at all if the building has not been built according to necessary requirements as necessitated by appropriate government bodies. Okay. So here, whatever occupancy certificate is there, can be refused or can be denied to issue by the by the local authority or municipal commissioner, if you are not if you have not uh, followed the rules and regulation, as well as whatever construction is done is not as per the approved plan. Okay. Then they will not issue the occupancy certificate, and if you don't have occupancy certificate, then you know the importance of that occupancy certificate. Already we have discussed about the thing. Okay.